So I'm laying here and, well, sitting here, and I was playing with Paris me more, and I was like, oh, I need to get her dressed. And, but then, oh my gosh, she feels so wonderful. Like, I always thought she felt wonderful, but I reweighted her, because I had to, well, put her in a new body. And oh my gosh, she is just so, I mean, she's so curly and she looks so cute, and just her, she's so sleepy. She's like, oh, don't wake me. She looks so cute in her, just her diaper and a t-shirt, and it's like so hard. So I'm gonna try to still get her dressed, but it's really hard. She's still my favorite baby. She's my comfort baby. She is that baby that's just something just so special about her that is just unexplainable. And she's also like a classic. She's like what some people say, a oldie but a goodie. The only thing I don't like is her tip toes and stuff. But other than that, she is so perfect. Like, I mean, this baby is 3 years. Yogi painted her 3 years ago, and to me, she's painted better than a lot of the other ones that I've even had. So I'm just like, oh, really in love with Paris. So yeah, that's my sweetie poo. I am gonna try to get her in her seat and maybe put her on a onesie or something, a long sleeve. Might have to just give her a blanket because I am having a hard time not seeing her little cute little legs and stuff. So I don't know. And her tummy is like, I love what is her name? Carmen's bodies and stuff on my babies. They are just like the best. And I mean, literally, she feels really, really nice. Like, if I would have to say next to my silicone baby, she would be my best weighted, best feeling reborn. But I've always felt that way about Paris. Like, even when Yogi had her weighted, but I think I made her a little bit more floppy. Because she is an older baby and she shouldn't be so floppy, but some kind of way she's just a little soft. But she's firm in her back, and I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to explain unless you actually feel it. But yeah, so anyway, so don't look like she's gonna make it in no clothes today, but we'll see. So stay tuned. Paris, me and more. She got her binky too, and I need to change her hair bows out. But anyway, she's like so sleepy. Hey guys, so what I finally end up doing is just putting her on her bibby and her onesie and then the little pants. And actually, this stuff came with baby Selena when I got her, but I think I prefer it on Paris than her. I don't know, but yeah. So Paris me and more has this on, and yeah, I'm gonna have to get her a little blanket though, because it is cool. And but mommy just had to leave her little legs out. She just looks so cute. I mean, I'm just like, every time, she's one of those babies that every time I dress her, I fall in love with her like the very first time again. But I can't necessarily say that I've ever fell out of love with her. Every time I talk about Paris, I want to tell a whole story. I'm not going to do it to you guys this time. I think I'm kind of getting like, when you get older, you just keep repeating stories. You know how you go by your grandparents and they tell you the story from 1968 and you're like, yeah, you kind of told me this story before, and they still tell you again anyway. Yeah, I'm hoping I'm not becoming that person, because every time I want to tell you guys how special Paris is and how she came about and blah 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 blah. But I'm not gonna do that. But I did want to show you guys that I did end up putting her on at least a long sleeve onesie, and I could attempt to put her on the pants, but then it's gonna cover up her little legs. But I guess she would be cute with her little pants on. I don't know. And then little boom boom, and she has a cute little butt. Is the body that she has on? She has a butt, and that's the thing. I only changed her out. It took me 2 years, guys, before I could take her apart. She was the only baby that I've never been able to emotionally take her apart. It was like something I just couldn't do. So I did eventually do it because I wanted to put her on full limbs, and I wanted to give her the little, the new do suede dark body and everything. And so, I finally got to it and I did it, and I really like her with it on. But yeah, there's no words. Like, and 3 of my babies now in my nursery has this texture on them, and I really like it. I know a lot of people don't care for it as much. Some people don't care for the textured babies, but what you guys should know about the texture though is that it's extra protection, and it keeps their paint intact for a very, very long time without chipping and fading and all that great stuff. So Gabby, Paris, and Piper has it, and I love it. I really do. And like I said, I've had her for 3 years and she still looks the same. I'll be honest, no, not even so. Like I was gonna say maybe her tips of her fingers, but no, they're still the same. So yeah, it's really good to really deal with artists that been in this thing for a while and know the tricks and trades and how to make durable babies. It's one thing to have beautiful babies, but to have them that's gonna last, because they're investments. So I definitely trust. I have two artists that I really trust about quality, and the reason why Reborn artists, I really talk about these artists a lot. And yeah, it might be some other artists that's all fancy and whoop shawoo, that people will say, oh, so and so is better than them, so and so, or whatever. In my opinion, honestly, for ethnic babies and reborns, Yogi is number one. And I've said that. I've went out and seen other babies and thought, oh, they were better, but then the quality wasn't there, and then there were some other little things that was just like not the same. But there are some really good ethnic babies reborn artists, and I haven't seen all of them ever. But the 2 artists that I really trust, guys, and this is just me and my opinion, that I don't care what anyone says, it's just my opinion and my preference, that I know that I really trust their work, is and I'm not saying just an ethnic baby, I'm saying just reborns period, is I really trust Stephanie Ortiz and Yogi work. And the reason why I say that is because both of them are like kind of like collectors too, and they really I think they really think about the fact that we actually play with these dolls. So I think they keep that in mind when they're making them, and they're not like cutting corners to where a week later your baby don't have no fingertips or something, whatever. I'm not talking about any other artist in particular or whatever, but I just say that they are artists that I really truly trust purchasing from. Not only that, I trust that if something is defected or something is wrong, that they will fix it, and that means a whole lot. I don't care if an artist, I do care, but I don't care. Let me explain it. I don't care if an artist make a mistake or mess up. Like if I was to get a baby from one of those artists and something went wrong, or if I hear somebody say, "Oh, I got a baby from, so and so," and this happened to it or whatever, it doesn't bother me because I know that those artists will stand by their work. And I know that if I get a baby from them and something's like wrong, and it's something that they know that might have been something that could have happened on their end, or a defect in a product that they tried or something, they're gonna be like, hey, just send it back to me or whatever, let me fix it. But not all artists will do that. Now I don't expect them to be like, you don't brush the baby hair with your brush, or whatever, and you don't rip the bald spot in his head and then call him and be like, "Oh, my baby's hair fell out," and they be like, "Oh, send it back, I'll reroot you some more hair." No, I don't expect that. And I think that's why I'm getting away this year from talking about, the do's and the don'ts, and what you should expect and what you shouldn't expect, and what you should do and what you shouldn't do, and what you should accept and what you shouldn't accept. Because I think it's a thin line between some of this stuff, and people take things and they run with it, and then they make it into something that it shouldn't be. Or, for instance, this whole shaming artist thing or whatever. Sometimes some things just need to be left off camera and handled behind the scenes versus putting it on blast. Because if the person is willing to correct it and they are correcting it with no problem, with ease, you're not having to hassle or fight for it, go through PayPal, all that great stuff, then I don't feel you should talk about it. But like, for instance, for me, like with my Lucy Boron baby, she sent that baby half-ass finished. Like, she didn't finish rooting her hair. And I didn't really talk about it. It's probably like the first time I'm really mentioning that. But even though PayPal awarded me some of my money back, had awarded me my money back, when I got the doll, I still sent her the money back because I didn't want that reputation of, oh, she takes people babies and the money, because she had already put that lie out there. So I didn't want to do that. But an artist like that, I would never trust, because if you get in your feelings or you feel rushed, that means you're going to send me a baby that's not all the way done. And that is so wrong. Now, the mommy that purchased her was fully aware of this, and that's why I can talk about it or whatever. But yeah, Yaya hair was not completed. And people, when I see people like putting her on a pedestal and going on and on about this and that, it just makes me cringe inside, because I know her ethnical practices is horrible. And sooner or later, a whole bunch of people are going to get bitten by it. And I would not recommend her, period. Buying secondhand babies from her, that's a whole nother story to somebody else. A Lucy Boron baby will not make it in my nursery again. They're not welcome here. But other people buying secondhand, I get it, because she does great work. But for you to go buy personally from her, I would, tread with caution. That's one artist that I absolutely will forever say no. There's another artist out there that I do not deal with at all, and I didn't really shame them at the time as much, but I would not buy from them. I don't want to bring up old news and all that stuff, but I have a list. But I prefer this year in 2016. I think what I want to do is talk about artists that you can trust, or good artists, or, affordable babies, stuff like that, and just leave the negative out. If somebody personally come and ask me, hey, so and so and so, have you ever bought a baby from them? How was the experience? Then yeah, I'm going to tell you. But just to throw names out there and stuff, I'm just not going to do it. But I will definitely still throw that particular name out there, because I feel like it was no reason to do what they had did. So, and I know that it's being misleading with, collectors like tooting her horn, and people are like, oh, she's not responding to me, but I keep trying to message her. That's a sign, guys. If a person don't communicate with you and they won't respond to you, what do you think they're going to do after they get your money? But you guys, Now, like, okay,